However, Midas has a different idea and decides to miss a 97% shot. Alright, after 40 long, painful, and excruciating hours, it is time to be XCOM 2 War of the Chosen Ruler Reactions. This is going to be a 3-part series where I only show the missions where the Chosen show up, of course negating the final 2 missions where if we defeat the Chosen strongholds, they won't be showing up. Alright, time for the first retaliation mission, where we do end up getting what I'm hoping for, and that's the assassin. We would have had to evac otherwise, because we cannot beat the hunter and his rifle, way too much damage per action, and then the warlock would have just plummeted us with zombies, who also get chosen ruler reactions, making it near impossible to deal with them. So, that's fun. Now we break the assassin's concealment with a flashback. This made her quite agitated as she goes and dazes the grenadier who revealed her concealment. She then proceeds to summon a trooper, which is going to be more dangerous than her for a little bit, as she will just be running away. So we pick up our soldier, and then we try and overwatch ambush the trooper, who misses a civilian. I don't know how. It's not moving. Now, he does go back for round 2 and is evidently mad as he crits it for 4 damage. And then he misses a shot at us. Well, we show him how to actually hit a target as we hit a 53 with the skirmisher, taking him out. Thanks, buddy. Now, the assassin decides to use her blinding grenade, and then, for whatever reason, using the sword attack counts as a free action. Now, if I had realized this, I would have just infinitely done the sword attack on her, taken her out here. But alas, I used the shotgun, which causes her to run away. Now, her regenerative ability is what gives her away, however, as we see her regenerating 3 HP. So we go ahead and we use the skirmisher to break her concealment with a grenade. This causes her to go and make one of our soldiers Bismarck Gold into bleed out. Now we do stabilize him before she uses a harbor wave, and instead of knocking out 2 soldiers, it only knocks out 1. However, that 1 soldier was the only person who had an action left. So we're forced to end the turn, which does give her an action here, but she only goes into Overwatch. So we go to pick up our soldier. The specialist does get hit, but he is successful in his mission of picking up our soldier. So now she cannot capture it. We go down with the skirmisher to hit her, but she's running away again. Now she keeps running to the same spot on this truck for whatever reason, so I know how to find her. And I go and get a 7 damage crit with the shotgun, still not realizing the sword's ability. Well, she knows her swordsmanship and hits us right back before running away again. Well, we are able to pick up our soldier, right? Well, she could have extracted or kidnapped them, but she decides not to. So we get a shot we otherwise wouldn't have gotten. Skirmisher, hitting her for some nice damage as she has an adversity, and then she runs away into cover. And Monocle takes her out with a 45% chance to hit. Absolutely incredible. But he's not long for this world as the Faceless decides he's going to take him out because I misjudged how far a Faceless can run. Well, we do take out the Faceless and avenge our fallen comrade. Alright, next up is a guerrilla op when the assassin shows up, which thankfully when she shows up we only have the general to deal with. Now, of course, her showing up will pause the general's evac timer, which drastically actually helps us And of course she does daze a soldier, actually knocking them off a cliff. However, we do have plated armor this time, which the assassin still hasn't leveled up, so she has the same amount of health. Now our mag weapons as well help us do big damage. We actually one-shot the general for big damage, and then the assassin decides she's going to spawn in a trooper, and what do you know, we have an Overwatch. But we decide we're going to miss it because we did it with a dazed soldier. And then the assassin decides to run around, play some games, and throw a blinding grenade. How kind of her. For whatever reason, it only blinded one soldier. Now we're going to blow her sky high with a grenadier, also knocking out her trooper. We're not having that be more powerful like the last retaliation. Now, despite her vanishing wind, we know where she went, and before we get to do anything, she decides to come and hit the same soldier again. I guess she really hates Glasswalker. Now, we do heal Glasswalker, she'll be alright. However, it's time for another Harbor Wave, effectively knocking them both out. However, we are going to trap the assassin this time, instead of her trapping us. We Overwatch ambush her for almost all of her HP. Now, we will be getting ready here. We're going to use the Grenadier, who takes an Overwatch hit. However, he will pick both of our downed / dazed soldiers up, which then we're able to use our blade to get her down to 1 HP, and then our Grenadier finishes her off. Alright, it's time for the easiest chosen mission of the entire campaign. Now, we start off with the assassin having the same HP, just a few missions later. Now we're forced to do a will check here, as our soldier has Fear of the Chosen. We succeed, not that it really matters, as the Chosen is in the one spot that they can get stuck in, meaning she cannot attack. She spawns in a faceless, which, guess what, just means more mimic beacons for us. That's the only thing it means, because we quickly dispose of them both, because they can't do anything. Alright folks, it's time for the grand finale, the Chosen Stronghold. And fortunately, this isn't going to be very grand for a finale, as the Chosen get a handicap within their own stronghold. It should really be the other way around. Now you'll see what I mean in a second. Now we pass a will check, because that's the first thing we're going to have to do. And then the Chosen, if you don't know, always spawn on the left or right pillar in the front of the room. So we try the left first, and we do find her. So we've revealed her with the grenade, which is an action. So in theory, that should have activated ruler reactions. But the game's handicap is that, for whatever reason, we get a free turn completely with all of our soldiers. Now we do hit some pretty low end shots, being 76s and 78s, and they're even criticals. So we take out the assassin extremely quickly. This allows us to start working on the sarcophagus much sooner into the video than you were probably expecting. Now, we do have to deal with reinforcements, and Drifter will miss an 85% Deadeye on the sarcophagus. Thank you, Drifter. Now, he does also miss an Archon. Thank you, Drifter. Now, we do manage to take care of the Archon, well, eventually, after our soldiers continually miss at it, and we continue to work on the sarcophagus as well. Thanks to the skirmisher for hitting that 40% shot, by the way, on the Archon. Now, we will be using Mimic Beacons to continuously hit the sarcophagus. We need to take this thing out. We do not want the assassin coming back out and not being able to finish her. Now, we do have quite a few misses with our soldiers. This, thankfully, spam of Mimic Beacons saves us. However, Drifter hits the sarcophagus. We take the sarcophagus out with the Grenadier. We shotgun the Trooper, leaving him on 1 HP. We start dealing damage to the Spectre. We use the Skirmisher to justice him in and deal some more big damage. And then we use the Skirmisher to finish the Spectre off. However, Midas has a different idea and decides to miss a 97% shot. When the assassin comes back out, Bismarck is frightened. However, he lands a crit with his panic for 10 damage on the assassin. Very nice. Now, we finish the one trooper off with Blade Storm, and we use our trick that we used when we first found the assassin. A flashbang. And this reveals her, fortunately. And we try and get one extra kill with Headbanger. He misses, that's alright. Drifter, of course our best misser, misses again. But, in the end, despite Midas wanting to miss again, as you can see, we do take out the assassin. I will see you in the next part. Please like and subscribe.